Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is another video on obscure comics that happen to feature major first appearances. So this is no different than those other videos that I've done in the series where we're going to play a guessing game. So the game works like this. I'm going to show the comic, and actually in this case, I'm going to show two comics, and you're going to guess which characters made their first appearances in these comics. So these are major characters. In the case of this video, the characters have both had their movies about them, and the movies were fairly successful. Um, there's a huge following for these movies, um, and one actually had multiple movies about them. I think it's up to 3 movies about the character. So very popular characters. And I'm going to show you the comics. So the first one is sort of like a Comic-Con kind of comic. It's San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2. And a major character made their first appearance in this comic. So, and as I said, there, like my hint on this one, so you can think about it a bit, is that there's been at least 3 movies. They sort of did like 2 originally, and then they just had a recent reboot of the comic character. Very popular character, very cool character, and that should be enough hints that maybe you can guess which character made their first appearance in this comic. So fairly rare comic, by the way, fairly pricey as well. So yeah, so that's the first of the 2. The second is Caliber Presents #1. Now, there is some dispute if this is truly the first appearance because there's actually an earlier comic, Dead World, it's called, that actually has a first appearance as well. And there is some dispute if this is considered the first appearance or second appearance. So this one basically featured an ad of the comic on the back of it. So I'm going to show you the back to reveal the answer. And this character, the movie that was based on the character, was very popular, especially within sort of like the goth community, I guess. And it actually has a lot of controversy about the movie as well. So this is a pretty major first appearance, and I hope that's enough hints to guess which character it is. And actually, I just realized the answer was there. So yeah, so this is a first appearance of a pretty major character. So comment below which characters you believe are in these 2 comics, and let's see if you get them right. So I'm going to reveal the first one. Going back to the first one. This one is the very first appearance of Hellboy. So they've made multiple Hellboy movies, and Hellboy is kind of a cool character. He's like sort of like the son of Satan, kind of like like he's a demon that has been sort of brought into our world as a child. And when he's brought into our world, he's a baby, and he's raised to be kind of like a good character. And so even though he potentially is sort of like the king of the demons, he's a character that was raised to be good, raised to help fight against demons. So he's kind of a cool character that way. So yeah, so this is the first appearance of Hellboy. So pretty major character. And as I said, multiple movies made about him. This one is the first appearance of the Crow, and actually it says it right there. Okay, where they actually do have some stories about the Crow in this. I haven't actually read this comic. I just picked it up for the fact that it is the first appearance of the Crow. There's actually a Dead World, I think it's Dead World #10, also has like an ad for the Crow that came out before this. But this I think has a story maybe about the crow. But it also features the crow on the back. So you get sort of a cover appearance of the crow as well. So it's kind of a cool first appearance. Pretty obscure comic. Caliber presents #1. And if you can pick this up, it's a really pricey comic in high grade. But it's a very cool one. Crow is a very interesting character. The crow basically, the character was killed at the very beginning of the story and was brought back to life in order to seek vengeance for the ones that killed him. And his spirit is sort of carried in the body of a crow. And so what happens is he's basically immortal as long as nothing happens to the crow. So he's basically, pretty powerful in terms of the fact that you can't kill him. And the movie that featured him had the son of Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee. And during the making of the movie, there's a scene in the movie where Brandon Lee, acting as the crow, is like standing amongst all these mafioso guys, these like gangster guys, and he just gets inundated with bullets. Okay, so, and that scene, when they made it, somebody accidentally, that's the controversy, put a bullet in to these guns instead of a blank, and Brandon Lee lost his life. So the movie actually still has the scene in it, and in a way it's a bit of a snuff movie because he does die in making the movie. But they were able to finish the movie and release it. So it's kind of a sad movie in the respect that he did lose his life making it. But that, in a weird way, makes it sort of one of those cult movies that there is that kind of controversy around it. So the character of the crow is very cool. And there is a huge following for the character. And this is the first appearance of the crow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I recommend you check out my other videos in the series and check out my other series. I try to put out unboxing videos and a whole bunch of different videos that should appeal to anyone that loves comics as much as I do. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and bye.